Alright guys, welcome. Episode number 11, coming at you live with a very special guest, my boy DankWheelie, all the way in from Florida, experiencing the very front of the winter here in Chicago. It's about 50-55 degrees out, it's sunny. The engines love this weather, the engines are going to run super cold. My bike hasn't even hit 200 today, and we've been riding quite a bit already. So today's episode 11, Hood Eats. We're going to a brand new neighborhood today, the neighborhood of Auburn Gresham.
1, 2, 3. Alright, we should be synced up. Alright, so we're synced up, guys. What we're doing today is my first Hood Eats, episode 1 for DankWheelie, but episode 11 for Mr. Zx636. He's developed quite a fan base out here. Welcome to Hood Eats with Zx636 and DankWheelie.
Welcome to Hood Eats with Zx636
and DankWheelie. DankWheelie, like DankWheelie.
Alright, DankWheelie?
Yeah. But basically what we're doing at Hood Eats, Brian goes around to all these different areas, and they're a little bit different than probably the usual areas that you'd see in the movies and stuff like that. Places that people usually don't go when they visit Chicago. So we're going to go out here, explore, give you guys a little bit of some history behind it, and also try out some food at some random restaurants that he likes to visit. But today is a little bit different. He actually, after doing 10 episodes, he had someone actually email him to go ahead and check out a place. So we had a recommendation by the owner of the place themselves, and none other than Fat Albert's for a beef dip sandwich. Oh, it's going to be sick. Anything else you want to add, Brian? Anything I missed?
No, I think you got it all, man. It's pretty, basic stuff. We're going, far south side and probably some places that these people don't get to see on the day-to-day basis.
Oh, you look like a straight superhero with that drop-down visor. Dun, 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 dun. I hope not. Hey, so I'm actually surprised that this audio sounds a little better than usual.
Yeah, it sounds really good.
Than I expected.
It sounds really good.
Yeah. How far are we from Fat Albert's?
We got to get to Ashland, and then probably about 5-10 minutes away. We're in the heart of Englewood right now. This is the second most violent neighborhood in Chicago, man. So this place is no joke.
Oh,
we're going to the sixth most violent, but this has been historically like the worst neighborhood in Chicago up until a couple of recent years when the West Side neighborhood started getting worse. But this is historically Chicago's worst neighborhood.
Yeah, and as you can see where we were at just a second ago at that corner store where those people were at, that was pretty pretty broad daylight.
Oh man, dude, he's getting us whooped. Oh my god, bro. Dude, I feel so bad for that guy. You can't do anything though. There's like 2 of us and like 50 of them, and I know that there's guns in the group. This is just part of it of like, you need to pick and choose your battles. We can't intervene on this one. Look at all these cops flying in. Although they were all just jumping the hell out of them. Look at them just naked. Yeah, you don't see too much stuff like that in broad daylight, man. A lot of the violence in Chicago happens at night, especially the shootings and stuff like that. So broad daylight, and yeah. I'm pretty sure it's like 11 or noon. That's kind of uncommon that's going on. Can you hear it? Yeah. You can hear it through the audio.
My speakers.
I know. I'm trying to blow the speakers.
I'm a little jealous. I want a wheelie. To get on one. Woo! Ride that pony. Yo, look at that Ford sitting right. God damn, I see you, Dad.
Those tires, though. But yeah, a lot of these empty lots and stuff, man, like the neighborhood eventually just started knocking down a lot of the abandoned buildings in Englewood and a lot of the south side, and it was their way of getting rid of trap houses and stuff like that. So you start to see more and more abandoned lots instead of abandoned houses at the farther you go south.
Ah, I see. Yeah, but I've been hanging out here for about a month now, people. It's been pretty damn sick. There's all types of different rides and people and places to visit around here. It's kind of, even being here a month, it's kind of hard to see everything.
Let's turn left. Oh, yeah. Turn left here. So we're in Auburn Gresham now. It's just a smaller neighborhood than Englewood. It's still just as bad as far as crime, but it's just not as big and notorious as Englewood is. So it's 97.5% black. It's like 3% Hispanic and like 0.5% white. So that's kind of the racial makeup of the neighborhood. It used,
geez,
I know, back in like the 50s and stuff like that, there was a lot of like Swedish and Italian, and it was a predominantly white neighborhood, but after the King riots and, you know, Martin Luther King got assassinated, a lot of the rioting took place in this neighborhood, so they burned businesses and all this other stuff. And when you burn businesses, the white business owners leave, and you're kind of left with a, you know, a slum that just, you know, a lot of the businesses started fading away with white flight that headed toward the south suburbs, and this neighborhood just kind of got forgotten along the way.
Yeah, a lot of these places are just abandoned as hell. Everywhere you look, pretty much, there's an abandoned building on every block. Saying, man, I was telling the viewers, Brian, that it's not only that we're going over here to kind of give some history and review these different places, but also riding around just on these bikes and bring smile to some of these people over here.
Yeah.
And you know, that's like the only little bit of joy they get during the whole day, you know, maybe in the week,
for
month.
sure, man. I think it's some of the only positivity that they ever get to see in their streets, because I mean, look what they have to see in their streets when we're not around. They get to see some half-naked guy getting stomped on, you know, like there's not a lot of positivity out here. There's, you know, it's a lot of gun violence, fighting, gangs, like to see positivity in these streets at all is something that they like. Woo! Over the bump. Goddamn! This sandwich shop on your left is where I did hoodeats number 4. Episode number 4 was right there. I feel like we've barely been wheeling at all. That's a problem.
I filmed it. Yeah, he's probably doing more than.
Are you on a wheelie?
Oh yeah,
Good
I'm on a
man.
wheelie.
Careful. Hey, it's
Doubled up.
It's really rough under this bridge. It's really rough.
You know what? I try to wheelie. I wheelie when you're a wheelie, but I was wrong about the fucking pavement.
I'm turning left.
Alright. You got it. I'm not gonna turn left in a wheelie. I'll tell you. Give him a little taste. Oh, okay. I said a little taste, not the whole kitchen.
Give him the whole kitchen. A little dancing, a little moving, warm us up.
Oh man. Oh. Yeah.
So what this is up here after this little building on your left is called O Block. It's some of the last big standing Chicago housing authority. So basically it's the projects right here. It is block by block. It is the most violent block in all of Chicago. It's gated in. The community itself, a lot of the violence triangulates around these projects. But most of all, it's the former home to Michelle Obama. This is where she was born and raised.
What?
Yep.
What?
Yep.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
I know, isn't that crazy? But just in this block alone,
it's quite the colorful place.
in this block alone last year in 2018, I think there was like 22 shootings and something like that, but that's just one block within a neighborhood. That's just mind-blowing to me.
Wow, that's crazy how it's all fenced in like that too. It's like a whole nother world.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Let's turn left under the L right here. It's extra loud.
RP fucking motor. My eardrums are toast surreal.
I know, she's got 50.
Like
she got 54,000 miles on her. 53,000 miles on her. I wonder what happened to that guy that was naked on the ground getting stomped out.
Oh no.
Man, that bike looks clean, dude.
Like,
So I guess I better give you some crime statistics for this neighborhood. 97 people have been shot as of this year here. 17 have been killed, and another 79 have been wounded, all in gun violence as of this year so far. That puts Auburn Gresham as the 6th most violent neighborhood in the city this year.
Alright, well, I'll let you do your stoppies.
No. Please go ahead and talk through it.
No? Oh, you're going through them?
That's super smooth. God bless. Somebody got really lucky that they're going to get that bike from a raffle, man. Somebody got really lucky. There we are, to your right, with the stoppie in front of it.
Hey, Fat Albert. This is another walk in the park for Brian, but
Yeah.
DankWheelie's first.
Just another day. What's your best food here? Italian beef. That's what everyone says, huh? Yeah, I want to try that. I'll do a beef, extra wet, sweet pepper, and cheese.
Can I do that with just onions and cheese, no peppers? I'll make it semi-wet. Yeah, just not extra wet, just wet.
Thank you. There's no better wind protection than this, man. There's no better wind protection, because if the wind doesn't get to your skins, your hand can't get cold. So it's an old Chicago trick.
You got onions on there?
Yeah, I got some onions.
That ain't bad. But is it wet? Is it wet enough? It's wet enough. Look at mine. Mine's got a puddle on it. You want an Italian beef wet.
Take a picture while I'm biting, man. Get your video of me eating your sandwich.
This is definitely a wetter sub. Definitely a messier sub. Got the bikes out front.
Yeah, they're
Looking good.
They're a lot more edges and some are corporate, you know. They're gonna
Yeah.
let that juice.
They've been here for a while. You got Harold's Chicken across the street. Some food and liquor place that's been closed, I think. And yeah, the phone booth. A literal phone booth. Boost Mobile.
Everything you need on this block.
This Hoodeats is sponsored by Boost Mobile and Cricket.
Yeah, you don't be scared busting some tricks like that?
Oh, you see us out here every now and then doing the tricks? Nah, we do it so much, man. It becomes like an extension of yourself, you know? It's like you just know what the bike's gonna do when it comes all the way back or tilts left or tilts right. You know what it's gonna do, you know? It is, yeah. It's dangerous. I mean, we've all gone down learning, you know? And it still happens here and there, you know?
Fuck the city over right here, man.
Oh,
When y'all leave.
I'll do circles right here.
You should be able to hear me now. All right. Getting extra close to the 450.
That's how we like it.
I don't know. I don't know about the raffle contestants. I know you got this.
You like that? Yeah, I know you do. Oh yeah. Awesome. Thank you, man.
Hey man, nice meeting you, bro. I need you guys to leave a fat ass like and a fat ass comment on this video if you guys think the dual vlog action is sick. Oh, I fucked it up! My bad, I didn't mean to cut your burnout. I cut Brian's burnout off.
I feel like I should and I shouldn't talk about this. I'm probably not going to put this in the video, maybe. I don't know. I feel like I kind of have to talk about it when it comes to this neighborhood, Auburn Gresham. Now, it was like a huge. It's just now coming to an end. Like the boy's father and the killers and all this stuff are just going to trial now. But there's been a gang war going on down here for forever, basically between these two factions. It's not even important.
Yeah.
But basically, this kid was at Dawn's Park, which is a couple blocks over and a couple blocks south from here, because we're getting back into Englewood again. The kid's father is a known gang member, but 3 grown men went to the park when this kid was there on the swings and lured him out of there, brought him to an alleyway with promises that they were going to buy him anything he wants from the store, and shot him like 20-something times in the head, dude. A 9-year-old kid.
Wow.
9-year-old little boy. I think that code of gangsters kind of came into play. And I don't know if anybody read it on him or not, but they got the 3 guys pretty quick in custody, and they're just now going to trial. And that kid's father just got convicted of triple homicide, and one of the guys that he killed is like a cousin of one of the guys that got convicted for his son's murder. But it was just kind of crazy because most of the time, you know, gangs leave kids and women out of it, especially kids. especially kids. But no, they brought.
But that's, the fact that they lured the kid in, not just like a collateral damage type thing, you know?
Yes, exactly.
That's
Because you hear about kids getting killed out here all the time. You know, as collateral damage type of thing. Like, you know, they were on the block when the block got shot up, but it was never an assassination of a kid. Yeah. Wow. But now it finally kind of is coming to a close here. Like, those guys are all going to trial, and unfortunately the dad is looking at trial now too.
I seen one thing where I just seen a clip around here a couple of years ago. It looked like that a guy was like running across the street, and another cop was driving up on it, and he got gunned down. And it ended up being like a 16+ cop like investigation for like unlawful. I don't know. I just read into it, but the shit popped off.
Let me tell you about it, because we're actually coming up on the neighborhood that all happened in. That was on the West Englewood neighborhood. You're talking about Jason Van Dyke. Jason Van Dyke is the reason that a lot of Chicago police officers are scared to be police officers at all and even get out of their car. I think he used overkill, but they convicted him of like 16 counts of manslaughter, one for every bullet he shot. So, and it's not the first time. Chicago police, they're such a huge entity that, you know, when one cop does something wrong, they'll throw him to the fryer. You know, they're not going to stick up for him much. So, what happened with Van Dyke, was that overkill? Yes. I don't think they needed to kill a kid, regardless if he was holding a knife or not. He wasn't coming up to Jason Van Dyke. And I mean, I should probably just insert a little clip of that video into this video. But I don't think Jason Van Dyke was in fear for his life. But that's the reason that he's sitting in the federal penitentiary, and he will be for a long time.
Yeah. Well, it's like I said, once again, it's one of those things where you can shoot him once or twice, but I mean, 68 shots.
Yeah, no, he emptied his whole gun, dude. Everything he had. He had like a Glock 19 or something like that, so he had 16, 17 rounds, whatever. Yeah, I mean, dude, that was all over the news here, and I remember when they convicted him, like the amount of people just ready to riot and pretty much burn their neighborhoods down, just how they did back when Martin Luther King. I mean, people were ready to if he didn't get convicted. So it was probably a good thing for the city that he did.
But yeah, that was a couple years or months ago, right? That they did all that.
Dude, yeah, that was. I think less than a year ago. I think it was less than a year ago. I think it was this summer. Yeah, the stockyards are right there. I mean, that's a little bit.
This looks like a perfect wheelie road. This looks like a perfect wheelie road.
It is. I might have to join you, bud.
Oh yeah. 2 is better.
2 is better than 1.
Unless I swerve into you, then we got a little issue.
Until I mousetrap right into you.
I wouldn't want anybody else to mousetrap into me more. I gotta go though. I gotta get over you.
Yeah, you're good.
Just going around. Oh shit! It's bumpy as a bitch.
You see how quickly the streets change? A street that got redone in 2012 compared to 1918 over here. Alright, look at that. Look at that old industrial building.
Oh my god, I'm crashing if I fucking... Ah! Look at that shit. I looked over, it looked like it was falling apart. There goes my focus. Alright, go some sauce. Do it! Do the thing!
I'm doing it. I'm trying to do the outro. All right, guys. So if you enjoyed this dual vlog between me and your least favorite and your most favorite motovlogger, please make sure to subscribe. Make sure to comment. Make sure to tell us that you love it. If you enjoyed Auburn Gresham, if you enjoyed Fat Albert's, if you're ever down there and want a good Italian beef, and I do mean a good Italian beef, maybe not as good as Portillo's, maybe a different type of taste, but if you want a good Italian beef, I highly suggest going down there. If you like a wet roll, you know what I mean? They're definitely some of the wettest rolls I've ever had in my life.
Mad Boys, extra.
Yeah. I appreciate you guys being here as always. I appreciate you guys always checking out the series and enjoying it as long as we keep them coming to you. So, as always, this is Brian telling you to like, comment, subscribe, and I'm getting out of here. Peace. Bye.